Hey witch, welcome back to my channel. I forgot what I was gonna say already. Today today's gonna be kind of like a low-key video. We're having a snow day from work. So I'm stuck at home, I'm cold, I'm chilly, but I just want to talk about some plants. This is gonna be my wish list video for the 2025 growing season. It's gonna be, how many? 18. There's 18 plants I'm gonna be talking about today that are on my wish list. I've broken them down into 3 categories on my phone here. They are the plants that I want, but I'm not going to go out of my way to find them. Like, if they find me, I would buy them, but I'm not going to, like, search for them on the internet and, like, purchase them. The next category is I would purchase these, but I'm not, like, fiending for them. I'm not, like, obsessed. I'm not, like, if I don't get this plant, like, something bad is going to happen. The last category is I will absolutely die if I do not get these plants. And I actually have one of them to show you at the very end. I have a little unboxing video for you. It's sitting in front of me. She's so pretty! Ah! So stay tuned towards the end for that. I actually bought the top plant on my wish list for this season. So technically it's not a 2025 plant, it's a 2024 plant. But that's besides the point. And we're going to start off with the lower end of the spectrum and work our way up to the good stuff. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone. Because I'm going to be looking at the pictures. I'm going to put them, like, right here. That's why I'm off to the side. Planning ahead, you know, not always my strong suit. But the first plant on my, like, on the lower... These are plants that I'm not going out of my way for. But should the opportunity present itself, I would get them for sure. The first one is a Draveiria fireflies. And if you've never heard of a Draveiria, that's okay, neither had I. It is a Dracaena crossed with a Sansevieria. This one is so pretty. It looks like a snake plant, but I don't know, it just has like a more floppy growth pattern like a Dracaena, and it's got little polka dots all over. I love a good polka dot. So that's the first one. I don't know how to make this video interesting. I hope it's not boring. The next one on my list is an Alocasia. I'm struggling with my Alocasias right now. I'm like, am I falling out of love with them? I don't think so. I think it's just the winter and some of them are going dormant. But I don't have a lot of Alocasias on my wish list for the coming one. But the first Alocasia on my wish list is the Alocasia Nycteris batwing. Apparently that one is just like the Jacqueline. It just doesn't have the, like, rough texture, but it is a very similar shape to the Jacqueline. Spooky. The next two are actually philodendrons. I'm falling in love with philodendrons. For a while I was falling out of love with philodendrons. I was struggling really bad with thrips. Thrips were just like decimating all of my philodendrons. It was really pissing me off. But now I think I'm getting the hang of it. We're figuring things out. Things are getting better. So the next philodendron on my list is the philodendron bicolor. I love a two-toned, like, the front is green, the back is purple. It matches my aesthetic quite on the nose. It's a climber, it's got long skinny leaves. I love everything about it. And I don't think it's, like, an uncommon one, so I wouldn't have that much problems finding it, should I really want it in the future. But the next one is, like, I just want it that much, like, a little bit more than the bicolor, and this one is the Philodendron fibrosum. It looks a lot like a squamiferum, but it's got less of the, like, what is that plant I'm looking at? Mottled dragon. It's got less of, like, the mottled dragon shaped leaf like the Florida ghost shape kind of ish. And it's got more of a heart leaf. I love heart leaf. And the fuzzy petioles, they're so freaking cute. I just love weird looking plants. And the last plant on my like lowest tier of desire is the Epipremnum pinnatum neon variegated. It is so beautiful. I also love yellow variegation. I know that's like unpopular opinion or whatever. Everyone thinks that yellow variegation looks sick. I have the opposite opinion. I think it's beautiful. I'm actually less of a fan of like white variegation on plants, and I like green on green, green on yellow, yellow on green, or whatever. Better than like Albo. Jessica Albo. I have a plant named Jessica Albo. If you want a video of like what I named my plants, I didn't say their names in my houseplant tour, but I do name my plants, or I was at one point naming my plants pretty weird things. I've kind of dropped off doing that, but I've got some good ones. Alright, so moving on to the next category, the ones that I would purchase without hesitation, but I'm also not like obsessed. First one, alocasia. The only alocasia in this tier as well is the Alocasia Watsoniana lightning. It is so beautiful. It's giving me kind of like anthurium, crystallinum vibes, Doriaki silver vibes. But it's an alocasia. I don't know if it's actually sparkly like an anthurium. It's probably not. But it's gorgeous. I love the white veination. It's very dramatic. Watsonianas are really cool. They get pretty big. And I just love a dramatic alocasia, as we know from my previous videos. The next one, another philodendron. I don't know what, this one just like reminds me of the cardboard palm from Florida when I went. If you've never seen one, the cardboard palm, it's like, it literally feels like cardboard, and it's cool. But this is a philodendron. It's the Philodendron corrugatum. And it has got like a bumpy, like ridgy texture. Look, I'm so sorry, I cannot stop yawning. I like slept all day because it's just been cold and miserable. But the Philodendron corrugatum, it's got that really interesting texture, like cardboard-ish. I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of. Like ripply toilet paper. Like the Cottonelle brand. But it's also a climber. Interesting foliage. I really like it, so I would buy it. Have we had a begonia yet? No, we have not. There's actually quite a few begonias. There's 4 on the rest of the list. The lowest on my list of desire is the Begonia Fero, aka Melanobulata, I believe it's called. But it's got those like black spikes that looks like ferrofluid. Like a little science experiment. It's really neat and different. I feel like this would be higher on my list if it wasn't as popular, which makes me sound like edgelord, but if less people had it, I would like it more. I am that girl, I'm sorry. The next one is a Dracaena. I love Dracaenas. I'm in my Dracaena era, I think, honestly. And this one is the Dracaena JT Fireflies. Is that right? JT? No, Dracaena JT Stardust. Another polka dotted Dracaena. But unlike the Draveiria Stardust, is that what it was called? No, Draveiria Fireflies. This one is more polka dotted. It's polka dotted with white instead of yellow. And it also gets larger. And it grows in like a tree form, not a bush. So, it's completely different. Oh, goodness gracious. My brain is not really firing on all cylinders today. I'm sure you can pick that up already. Next one, another begonia. It's the begonia. I'm flipping back and forth between my pictures and my notes app. It's the Begonia listada. This one is so cool looking. To me, it looks like someone wearing like a black lipstick with green lip liner, and it's like bleeding in the center. Like it's like the black lipstick is coming off and you're seeing the green lip liner. That's really specific, but that's what it looks like to me. It's just really neat. I've never seen a plant like that before. So I need it in my life. And let's move on to the last one in the middle tier. And it's a Amorphophallus konjac, aka a member of like the corpse flower family. They are aroids, I believe. If I'm not just speaking out of my ass, I believe they are aroids. They're really unique in the way they grow. They grow like, it almost looks like a palm tree that comes up. It's like a stem, and then it has like the foliage on top like a palm tree would, like a really tall one. But then that will drop to the ground and the flower will shoot out from where the stem was. So it's like sends out the petiole to gather the nutrients, the photosynthesis, and all that jazz. And then when the plant tuber gets enough nutrients, it will die off. And the flower will emerge and smell like rotten meat or whatever that flower smells like. Cool, I want that in my house. The konjac is like a smaller version of the corpse flower too. It's not like the giant one that's like larger than a person. This one is like cute size. It's like this big. Alright, so now we're moving on to like the plants that I'm absolutely obsessed with, and if I don't get these plants, I'm gonna die. And I already got one of them that I'm gonna show you at the end, and it's beautiful. I'm staring at her right now. I just want to climb inside of that plant and live in it. So, the first one is an alocasia. It's the Alocasia venom. Originally, I was so obsessed with the Alocasia loco, which is, I believe, a mutation of the venom. Something that has to do with either a mutation or a cultivar or something. It's related to the loco. However, it's got more flat leaves than the loco. When I got my loco, it was almost like it looked dead, and it did die. Because it was like a triangle leaf, but it was so crinkly that like you couldn't even tell what it was supposed to look like. But the venom, I think, is a more sophisticated version of the loco. You get to see more of her front-facing features than just like a curled up, dead-looking leaf. And I absolutely love it. Next, I don't remember how to say this. Let's see. Oh yeah, so it's either a Labisia or an emblemantha. They've been like reclassified, I guess. But it is the species white Riau. And I saw this in someone's like begonia video. It was like their terrarium, like full of different begonia species. And I saw this plant. I was like, what is that? I need it immediately. It's beautiful. Apparently it's a slow growing plant. It needs high humidity, so you do have to keep it in like a cabinet or like a cloche or something like that. But it's just so unique. It's got like tiger stripes on it. Very dramatic foliage. I don't know, I would love to give it a shot. I don't know how big it gets. I don't really know that much about it in general. I just know that I want it. And they're very expensive. I was looking on Etsy, I think they're like $100 around for like a small cutting. And if they're slow growers, I'm not gonna spend that money on a plant for me right now because I can't. But maybe one day. It's on my wish list. So if anybody ever wants to trade cuttings, if you have one, let me know. I'll trade pretty much anything I have. At least a cutting of it, not the whole plant. Next is a jack-in-the-pulpit species. I didn't realize that you could grow jack-in-the-pulpits as houseplants, but I'm like, any tropical plant you can grow inside. So this one is the Arisaema. It's an Arisaema species, and it's the species red. I don't know much more about that other than that I saw it on like this orchid website, and I was like, wow, that's gorgeous. It's like the goth Jack in the Ball Pit. Jack in the Ball Pit. He's at Chuck E. Cheese. But yeah, I just think like its little green tongue sticking out is super neat. And apparently they grow super fast. They're super easy to take care of. So I really want to like branch out. I'm tired of like the same old Alocasia monstera, Philodendron, Calathea, Anthurium. I want something new, something unique, something marvelous, something wonderful, something daring, something extravagant, you know? The next one is just that. It is a begonia, so it is a more common genus of plants. However, the blue flash on this begonia is insane. This is the Begonia Berkilli dark form, and oh my god, this plant takes my breath away. When I think that my Begonia Rex escargot gives me a blue flash, it does, it's stunning. I've shown you in my plant tour video. This one, the blue flash. It's to die for. Like, literally, throw yourself on a sword for this plant, because she deserves the obsession and the recognition. She is the moment. She is everything. She's life. She's bae. She's God. She is God. And if you don't believe, you're going to hell. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Chill out. Okay. The next one is another begonia. Because I'm in my begonia era too. Begonias and Dracaenas are like all that I think about right now. And this is the Begonia gogoensis. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. This one's super cool. It reminds me of those like those orb things that you touch and the electricity like goes to your fingertips. What are those called? Plasma balls? That's what it reminds me of. I just love a good round leaf. It looks like a big old silver dollar or something, but cooler. The patterning on the leaves is super unique, and like, I don't know, if that plant was in my house, I would stare at it all day. That's what I do already with my plants, but I would stare at this one even more. And last but not least, the Dracaena goldiana, which I will show you in person right now. So, I have my box of live plants here. Live plant. Singular. Let's go ahead and open it. There is like a hole in it, so I'm scared that the heat got let out. It's been like, the wind chill feels like -4 here right now, and it's snowing. I always seem to order plants in the mail as soon as it's like a winter storm. Here's a cute little peace, love, and happiness sticker. Here's my thingamabobber. Let's see. Oh, she's insulated. That makes me so happy. Here is the baby! And there's my heat pack. The heat pack is still very warm, which is very good. So I have hopes that this plant is still alive. Yay! Hopefully. Don't jinx it, girl. Ah, she's so beautiful. Stop being a crackhead. Let's go. Can you see it? Ah, she's already beautiful. Ah! Ah! Have you... I don't know where my brain is going. Oh my god. Oh my god, it was worth the wait, worth every penny. Look at how fucking beautiful. I have to cuss about it because it's just so good. Dracaena goldiana. Oh my god. Is there a plantlet in here too? Is there a baby already popping out? This just made my entire week. Okay, no, there's no plantlet, but it's not very often that you see like Dracaenas with their little baby leaves still. Look, like the tiniest little baby leaf is still on there. Look how cute. Thank you, Peace, Love, and Happiness Club. They didn't send this to me, I bought it. Dracaenas are very susceptible to thrips, which I've learned the hard way multiple times. I'm just really checking her over for any bugs. I don't see any. But I'm still gonna treat her anyway. This was the #1 houseplant on my list for 2024. Technically, she was on my list for 2025 also, but I purchased her, so. Ooh, dumping dirt all over my couch. That's about it for my wish list, for my 2025 plant wish list video. I just had like a glitch in the matrix in my brain. Thank you so much for joining me. That was very kind of you to listen to me ramble and be dumb for however long this video is. Am I still recording? Yeah. Thank you for being here again. Until next time, please let me know what you would like me to film. If you would like to see anything in particular. If you have any plant questions. If you have any specific... I don't know, just let me know what you want me to see, okay? I don't have time to think about it and sit here and come up with your ideas for you. I'm just kidding. That sounded really aggressive. I love you. Don't be mad at me. I was just kidding. So, join me next time on whatever video I film. Okay, bye. Love you. Thanks for coming. Until next time, I'll spell you later, okay?